Hello, my name is Katie Nogin. I am a student at Grand Canyon University, studying to complete my bachelor's in elementary education and special education. This video is about my dispositions for teaching for my UNV-108 course. My professor is Dr. Michael McCabe. And right off the bat, I have learned over the years that I think a couple of qualities of myself that I think lend itself very well to the classroom setting is I'm very positive and optimistic. I love being busy. I thrive when I'm busy. I don't do, what as they say, idle hands are the devil's playthings. I love being busy, and I find it gives me purpose. And I am also flexible to the needs of the students. I know that they come in just like we do. Every day is a new day, and you don't know what it's gonna bring for them. And to have that kind of flexibility to help them thrive is so imperative. I'm also a fast learner, and I love learning about all of the resources and techniques and methods to help my students. Currently, I am a special education paraprofessional in an early childhood classroom with kids from 3 to 5, so pre-K to kinder. And there is always something new to learn about. And I find that fascinating, and it just keeps me going because everything is constantly changing, and there's always new wonderful ways to help students because there's so many different students and each of them have different needs. And we always have to keep learning and educating ourselves so that we can help them thrive. Especially now coming out of COVID, I have learned that even special education students, their social needs and their emotional needs are so different than even just 5 years ago. And learning new techniques to help them, and then to help them in and out of the classroom, socially, emotionally, it's getting to the point where that's almost more important than the academics, because if those needs aren't being met, there's no way they can focus on the academic side of things. I also think that despite my many years of education experience and exposure, so to speak, I've been in daycares, after-school programs, and a variety of age ranges in the elementary setting and middle school. I think that's something I've learned this year I need to work on and better focus on for myself is my adaptability to change. My students this year are all on the autism spectrum. They thrive off routine, and I think that's kind of starting to wear on me in the negative way. I do consider myself flexible as in the daily needs and the instant needs of my students as far as what they are going to need in that moment. But I have found that if there's a change to my schedule, I tend to get very anxious, and I worry that reflects onto my students. I do better if I have like a day's notice, 2 days even better if my schedule is going to change. But I know that is something I need to work on. I am trying to work on. I can't control everything, and there's no way I'm ever going to be able to control that, even my own classroom, in my own classroom setting. But I know that reaching out to those around me and being open to let them help me with those situations is going to be imperative for me to be a successful classroom lead teacher. I do think that all teaching professionals, no matter what field and area they work in specifically, I think that they need to be open to change. They need to be open and receptive to new ideas from not only professional staff, but from their parents. They have experience that we may not know about. We are not with our students the majority of the time. We don't see them. We haven't seen them since birth. These parents know their kids. They're going to know other ways to assist them that we might miss. I also think that being trustworthy, reliable, having a little bit of flexibility, and always being willing to learn new things. You need to have a good moral standing as well, because your students have to trust you, your staff has to trust you. So those are just, in a nutshell, the things I think I need to work on and the qualities that I look for. And not only the teachers of my children, because I have 2 little girls, but also in the professional staff that I work with. I look to those teachers that I see the qualities in, and I go to them for mentorship and for assistance. And I hope that the ones that I've met thus far in my journey, those lessons stay with me. And I hope the ones I meet in the future can continue to teach me new things, because I think that is huge for any teacher in any form.